much as anything, is these exhibitions just kind of a test of chemistry with all the new faces?
Yeah, I think the biggest test is they're just tired of practicing. I mean, it's been pretty ugly the last couple of days, which is normal. So I think the idea of just getting to play, put the uniform on, and we talk so much about playing at Hilton, and now they get a chance to do it. So yeah, and it'll give us a chance to play everyone and move some groups around, but it's time to play, and I think they're excited about that.
You feel like you have just a ton of options going into this season?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of options, and sometimes those options are different every day. I wish I could tell you exactly everyone's role, when it was going to happen and how it was going to happen. And I think that could continue for a long time, but competition's a good thing, and they decide who plays, and we're going to keep working all of them every day in practice, and sooner or later, hopefully 7 or 8 of them will kind of separate a little bit and help bridge it out and find a good rotation to do some things, and at the same time give us some options, go a little bigger, go a little smaller, move people around, and hopefully that versatility will help.
At this point, is there anyone or multiple players who have kind of surprised you over the last few weeks in practice?
I don't think anyone's surprised us necessarily. I think there's been, all of them have had really good days, and I would say all of them have had some days that they'd like to have over, which is to be expected. I think Inez is getting into better shape, which will allow her to do some things, and that's been a good thing. And Ashley's learning to play at this level, and I think right now there's no doubt that Bridget and Maddie have been the most consistent, and they should be. They understand the system. They can score, and when you can score consistently, at least early, you feel like you're playing better, and some of the other stuff isn't as bad. But we just keep trying a lot of different stuff, and hopefully they'll find their role and find a niche where they feel comfortable.
With such different personnel this year, does this season feel different than last season and leading up to the beginning of the season?
Yeah, it feels a lot different. We're a lot better team on paper, which no one cares about the paper, but we are better. We have more options. The chemistry of this team is as good as it's been in 10 years. Now, we haven't played yet, and some kids haven't gotten to the point where they're not playing as much and that kind of stuff. So that always becomes an issue with some people who aren't. Not everyone's Kyle Kemp, who's all in it for the team all the time. And those kind of people coaches dream about. And we'll see how it goes over time. But right now it's been good, and we're relatively healthy, and so we don't have any excuses. We'll go out and play, and hopefully, like I said, put a group of people together that our fans enjoy watching, and we can play at a higher level than we played last year, especially at home.
Have you had to deal with any injuries so far, Coach? Or?
Nothing big. We've had some little ones, but everyone's available. We've had the typical, not feeling good one day, sore ankle one day. We've tried to be careful with Bridget, Lex's knee a little bit, and obviously we're always keeping an eye on Mare after what she went through in the off season. But no, we've had a great fall. I think that's in large part to Cassandra By, our strength coach, and all the work she did all summer and all fall to get them ready for what you do in practice. And I think that now it's time to go out and play, and hopefully we can keep them all healthy. But up to this point, we've been very, very lucky, and haven't had anyone miss any amount of time that would take them away from what they need to do.
What's the number one thing you look for in these exhibition games?
I think the number one thing I look for is, do they have an idea where they're supposed to line up and be, and that they can, how do they translate from what we do at Sioux Cup to over here? That's number one. Is just trying to, are we organized? Do people know what to do, and how do they do it with each other? And then obviously the other thing is, are people really excited and understand what it means to go play? Some people we've had are really good practice players and not as good game players, and some people aren't as good at practice players and better gamers. So, but the biggest thing is, are we organized? Do we look right? And do our fans, to be honest with you, John, do our fans see improvement of what they saw last year. And that to me is, I want our kids to have a good time, and I want the people who come out tomorrow night to walk out of here thinking that's an Iowa State team that we're used to seeing, especially in this building.
Who can we expect to be the starting lineup?
We will start Lex at the point, Ashley Jones, Maddie Wise, Bridget, and Mare will start tomorrow. And then you'll see Inez early, AD early. Those are probably right now the top 7. And then we're going to play everyone. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the situation is. We're going to play them all, but that's who we'll start tomorrow.
So it's fair to say Mare's doing pretty well.
Mare's done great. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I think you could easily say Inez and AD deserve to start by their performance, but Mare's a senior, and Mare's going to start. And that's just the way it's going to be tomorrow. So, but she's done great. I mean, I think it's been amazing what she's been through to get to this point. But she hasn't missed one day of practice. She hasn't missed one rep. She's ready to go. So you can always tell when the seniors are ready to go, when they're the first 2 in the gym every day now, and every day for them is one less day they get to play here. And you want them to enjoy that. So they're ready to go.
Do you at all plan out the minutes in these exhibition games that you kind of want to see out of the people?
We sort of have an idea, and every year we try and script it, and usually it doesn't work that way, and especially when you're trying to get 14 people in a game. We need to play Lex a little bit more. She hasn't played a game in 18 months, so we need to get her out there playing. We'd like to get all the new guys in there of a couple extra minutes. And as soon as you say that, there's only 200 minutes. But the most important thing is to get them all in, number one, and number two, get the players that have not played a lot, who need the work, who are going to play extended minutes, hopefully, as the season goes on. The more work you get them in a game situation, the better, because you only have 2 of these opportunities, and then on the 9th you go for real, and you can't experiment then.